Hello, my name is Tasha Smutney. I am a double gold consultant and a two-time IATAN card holder. And we're going to talk about all the ways you can market as a travel agent this evening. So we're going to talk about, what are your goals for marketing, branding your business, how we use social media and different attraction marketing, offline and local marketing, and then tips as far as marketing and any questions we'll do at the end. Okay. So it's really important that you think about your goals and who you're trying to attract when you market, right? So what do you hope to gain from your marketing? Are you doing marketing to get someone to book a trip? Are you doing marketing to get more followers and exposure? Think about that whenever you're putting things out there, right? So first of all, who's your ideal client? Right? You need to know who you're looking to get. Are you trying to book for families only? Are you focusing on family travel? Are you focusing on couples who are getting married? Are you focusing on corporations? Who's your ideal client that you want to aim your marketing towards? Think about what attracts that ideal client. So, you could take that ideal client, make a list of characteristics of who you're looking for. What would attract those types of clients? And where are you going to find them? Right? If you're looking to book honeymoons and weddings, you're not going to be posting just, in a mom's group or a family group. You're going to want to make sure you're finding wedding groups and those types of things, right? So first you have to set your goals for who you want to attract to be your clients. Then you're going to brand yourself, centering all of your brand around that ideal client. You want your branding to draw in the people that you want to market to, right? So first, you're coming up with that name of your business. We talked about this when we talk about making business cards as well. What do you want to call your business? Mine is with my name, Traveling with Tasha, because the T's worked well together, right? Different people come up with different things. Maybe yours is based on luxury and you do some kind of luxury travel words. Maybe you're focusing on wellness and nature travel and you call it, Wanderlust Adventures or whatever the case may be. Think about that name and how it's going to attract your clients. I want it to be personable with my clients. Traveling with Tasha is more personable than a different type of a name, right? Then you're going to create your logo. Create that logo that also shows about your brand. Okay. Then you're going to think about what's your specialty or your niche. What are you going to focus on? Right? As I said, I like to be personable with my clients, but also I do have specialties. Absolutely, if somebody comes to me and wants to book something that's outside of my specialty, I'm still going to make that happen. But most of my marketing is geared towards my specialties. I focus on my number one goal is helping families with life-threatening food allergies because I have them myself. And I would never recommend something to a family that I wouldn't personally feel comfortable staying at or comfortable going to. So I always make sure when I go somewhere new, yes, I've done the research, but I'm also doing that follow-up, review of how did they actually perform and that type of a thing. But my other specialties as far as types of travel I book, cruises, all-inclusive resorts, theme parks like Disney and Universal. Those are my 3 areas of focus. Okay. So I gear my branding mostly towards that. All right. Now I'm somebody who trains too. So often I'll I will be making other types of ads in those trainings. But when I'm looking for clients, those are the things I'm posting and those are the marketing I'm doing, right? You want to be representing that brand consistently. And what I mean by that is, don't like use your name sometimes or your logo sometimes, and then you change your color scheme up and this. Keep it consistent. Keep your branding consistent with what you've made. Unless you decide to rebrand. You can always rebrand down the road and then you can change things up. But don't post something one day and then it's completely different another. You want to make sure that you're representing your brand that you've created. And then you could do things like brand specific promotions, right? So I'm going to show you some examples of how I've branded my business, right? So if I go in to my Canva, this is my logo, and I've created this where I have, my contact information and my logo together. All right. When we look in my Vistaprint and I go to my projects, we're showing my business card, my thank you cards in the same color scheme, stickers for my thank you card envelopes with my logo, car magnets with my QR code, a foam board I use at in-person events that I display on the table. All of it's showing, you see that, you know that that's my business. I'm consistent. It's the same thing, right? Every single time. That's my brand, right? When I make things on Canva, when I'm making advertising, here's a video I made. Oh, that just has that part. But where'd it go? Snorkeling in Cozumel. Here's my logo on there, right? This is one of the pages on the video I made. My logo's showing up. They know that's me. The whole video. That's a long video. I'm not going to show the whole thing. But when I make ads, I put my logo on there. Let me show you one that's going to show up. Oop, that's not the one that I edited. Sorry. It's this one. My logo showing up on there, making a reel. And then when they contact me, that's ending with my logo again. Keeping that consistency when I'm doing my advertising. Okay. And then if we look, when I talk about brand specific promotions, I recently started this booking and referral rewards program for my clients. Essentially, I'm making a bank for every client. They earn $25 towards a future booking for every trip they book or a referral they send me that books a trip. And once they have $100 in that bank, they can apply it to a booking. Yes, that's coming out of my pocket, but that means at least 4 trips were booked before I'm putting $100 towards their booking. I probably made a lot more than $100 on those 4 trips commissions, but I'm gaining more traction with my clients and getting new clients from them. People do rewards programs all the time. You get 10 punches, you get a free coffee. They're going to keep going to the coffee shop that has that instead of the one that doesn't give them one after 10 free punches, right? Different things you can do. All right. But a referral program, maybe you get some cheap things from Vistaprint with your logo on it, and you do a raffle for everybody who booked in a 3-month period, and then you mail it out to them. Different things you can do to garnish more people contacting you, right? That's what we're talking about when we talk about those like brand specific things. Okay. So let's talk about all the different places that you can market. We really have like 3 main categories first. What are those channels or avenues for getting yourself out there? Right? First, you cannot discredit the opportunity with personal connections. I absolutely understand that those might not be the people that you get to book with you first. It doesn't mean they still can't help you with your marketing. Personal connections are really important, the people in your life. Love it or hate it, social media is a huge, huge part of our society and our culture. We would be silly not to use social media to our advantage. And then outreach into your community, people in the same local area. These are going to be your 3 main channels or avenues, how you're going to reach that target audience. How are you going to get to that ideal client that you've created, that you want to service and book trips, right? So let's talk about each of them. Those personal connections. These are the people that you know that can help you. They can either book trips or they can let people know about you. I've got a lot of people who've never booked a single trip from me, but when someone asks about advice for travel online, I get notifications that I've been tagged all the time by these people. And these are people who I know personally. Either they're my family, my friends, my coworkers, right? Or they're my past clients. I posted something today that not only one of my past clients put a comment, use Tasha, she's the best travel agent ever. She also shared my post on her own channel or on her own post, her own feed, saying, if you need a travel agent, this is the person you should go to. Don't discredit that those clients can't also be a personal connection. You've now made a relationship with them, right? I have 3 coworkers who are going on trips the same week as me because we have a break coming up a week from now. All 4 of us are taking trips the same week, right? My last vacation, a different coworker, we ended up on the same first flight. I didn't even realize it until I went to check us both in. But, you know, we had different connecting flights, but we were on a flight together because we're traveling at the same time. You know, but also clients. They will let other people know if you do a good job. Okay. So those personal connections, I let everybody I know that I'm a travel agent. Hey, if you ever need to travel, let me know. If you hear somebody needs to travel, let them know about me. You just went on a trip? I know you didn't book it with me, but I'd love to hear about that resort so that I could learn more about that one and see if it's the right fit for someone else. And I'd love to hear what you liked or didn't like so that, you know, maybe next time I can help you find the best fit. If maybe there were things you didn't like, especially, right? Just because they didn't book with you doesn't mean you can't talk to them about their trip. Say, oh, that's what you did. You know what? I would have done this too. Let them know the things you would do to help them. These are people in your life who already trust you. They already know who you are as a person. Part of the work is convincing them that this isn't just a new little hobby. This is a true business, right? Like, oh, she's for real. I will tell you, most of the people I know personally, it took them over a year of me into this business to be like, wait a minute, she's helping all these people travel and doing all this work for them. I'm gonna let her do the work for me too. Because at first they don't know you're for real, right? They're like, wait a minute, right? Social media. The latest data, and I looked this up, honestly, I looked it up today for the number, shows that 5.7 billion people use social media as of this year, 2024, which is the equivalent of 63.82%, almost 64% of the world's population is on social media. All those people are your potential clients. You can reach so many people you don't know on social media. So again, as I said, whether you love it or hate it, social media is an extremely powerful platform. Extremely powerful. Ignore all the stuff about it you don't like. Use it for what you need it for. You know, we are going to talk mostly about Facebook. Facebook does remain the leading social media platform with over 3.05 billion users. All right. It is the largest platform. Yes, I know the younger kids say, oh, it's for the old people. You know what? I don't care. I'll be an old people. It's there. There's so much power in Facebook. And there's so many capabilities that we can do to get ourselves out there. Right? Number one, though, you do want to clean up your personal Facebook profile. Clean it up. A clear picture of you. Nothing offensive or overly controversial. Now, we're not saying you're not allowed to express yourself, but you don't want something that's immediately going to make someone go, I don't trust that person. I'm never giving them my credit card information to book my trip. Because then you're getting nowhere, right? The other thing you want to do is you want to change your personal profile to professional mode so that you can be a digital creator. This is going to give you more capabilities for some of the other marketing we're going to talk about. Okay. And I'm going to, once I go through this page, I'm going to show you my Facebook to show you some things. You're going to want to add your website link. That Evolution website you get, put it on there, and any affiliate links. You can have it on your main profile. And then also, we highly encourage creating that Facebook business page. There are some things you can do with a Facebook business page that you cannot do with your personal profile. Okay. Again, use that logo and branding on there. Consistency in who you are. Something like a travel picture as your cover photo or something with your logo as that cover photo. Okay. Add travel photos on there of your own travels, of your friends' travels. Get stuff on there. Maybe you live in a really like a place that you don't think is cool, but people who don't live there would think it's cool. Go out in your local area and take pictures of cool places that people might like to visit. You could put together a whole little post about hidden gems in your hometown. People don't have to know that's your hometown. It might be somewhere they want to travel, right? Add those photos. And then we're also going to link to branchup.com on our Facebook business page because they're going to post for you. All right. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at Facebook, or at my Facebook, I should say. All right. So when we go to my personal profile, you're going to notice first, it doesn't say friends, it says followers, because this is a digital creator page. So I have 5.3 thousand followers on my page. Before I started my business, I was really selective with friends. I opened it back up. All right. Recently, I changed to that digital creator. Now here's how you do it. The 3 dots. Right here, it says turn off professional mode. If you're not already there, it would say turn on professional mode. That's going to make you a digital creator, which is going to allow you to have followers on your page in excess of the 5,000 friends you're allowed to have. You're only allowed to have 5,000 friends. As a digital creator, you can have more followers. So it's going to allow you to be access to more people. Okay. Now on my regular profile, I'm an independent travel agent and a music teacher. My link to my Facebook business page. And this also links it. Independent travel agent traveling with Tasha. Clearly shows that I'm a travel agent, right? Clear picture of me. Now, this doesn't need to be a travel related photo. I happen to have a photo, my cover photos from regionals, right? I am putting some things on my personal profile to direct people to other places, which we'll talk about later. I'm always putting pictures of my own travel, but I'm also putting things like, hey, tomorrow's April Fool's Day. If something seems too crazy on Facebook, take it with a bit of skepticism, because April Fool's Day, people are posting things. Stuff from my last weekend ski trip. Things about me. Right? I posted, all this snow and the wind stopping us from being able to ski. So, I'm posting about my life, but I'm also posting things that remind people, hey, I have a business, right? I'm going on a cruise. All right. But also sharing, these are vape pens that don't look like vape pens. Parents and teachers, be aware. But again, nothing's going to say, hey, I don't trust this lady. What's going on, right? Now, when we look at my Facebook business page, and it's super easy to make a page. Let me actually just go here. You can click create new page and it'll walk you through every step. Okay. Right now I'm viewing it how other people would view it. I'm not in there as that. So right here, this is not an ad I made. This is an ad that BranchUp made. This is an ad that BranchUp made with a video. And when someone clicks on any of these, when there's a link, neither of those have a link. Again, BranchUp. Right here, Carnival Cruise Line, posted by BranchUp yesterday. It's not really bringing me to Carnival's website. It's bringing me to the information with my logo I can upload, my information. It directs them back to me, my website, my messenger, my email. But how professional does this look? Of course it looks professional. It's done by professionals at Carnival, given to BranchUp to post for us. And I didn't have to post it. They posted it for me. I click mail, brings up mail, travelingwithtasha@gmail.com. So they get the info, but they can't book it themselves. Now, if we look to how it looks when it's me, it's going to look similar, but I have all my affiliate links in here that people can click and book. Now I can see published by BranchUp. The general public can't see it, but I can see it. So I know, I know which ones they were anyway, but but I can show you that difference. Okay. All right, let's go back. So those are the first things we're wanting to do with Facebook. Right? Next, we want to join groups. First, just join groups that are based on your interests. Groups that are based on your interests. They don't have to be travel related. Right? Travel related and vendors. I follow a lot of the vendors. Groups that allow advertising. We want to be in those groups too. These are going to be groups like travel deals, advertising, no rules, yard sales, small business support, sell anything, etc. Groups like that. Local groups. Join those local groups so you can connect to your community. Just because community is its own category doesn't mean you can't be connecting through social media, right? You're going to join 10 to 15 groups every day. I'm in thousands of groups and I'm constantly joining groups. But we want to make sure we have groups available to us. Because sometimes when you join a group, you can't post right away, right? Groups are where we're going to do most of our finding people that we don't know. Because friends and family are great. They're not necessarily going to be your biggest group of clients or potential clients. We're joining these different groups. Okay. Now, when we're posting ads, I always start with my business page on Facebook, but then I also will do my other social media business pages. You can post it to a Google page. You can post it to LinkedIn, Instagram. Start with your business page. Any new ad, I post there first. It's easiest to edit, right? It's easiest to refine your own and make sure it looks right. Then I can go back and copy and paste it because I'm going to post in groups. Every day I'm going to post in 10 groups, but no more than 5 at a time, separated by several hours. If you post in more than 10 groups or all 10 at a time, and you consistently keep doing that, you're going to get put in Facebook jail and not allowed to comment or post in groups for like anywhere from a week to 30 days. And you don't want that to happen when you're using social media as one of your main ways to advertise, right? Whatever works for your schedule. Some people like to do the minute they wake up and before bed. Some people find a lot of luck at lunchtime when people are on lunch breaks scrolling social media, right? We want to make sure you also look at, hey, is a certain time of day giving me better engagement? You know, if something hits really good at a certain time, pay attention and see what happens. Okay. But we're posting every day on Facebook in 10 groups. Now you might be going, oh my goodness, that is so much time. It takes a lot of time. No, it doesn't. You do not need to create an ad every single day. You can use the same ad all week, the same 1 or 2 ads. We just said we're joining 10 to 15 groups a day. You've got lots of places to post. You don't have to reinvent the wheel every single day. Now, if you're on Team T, we share those ads that we make as trainers during our trainings in Discord. Every time we make them, you can steal them. You're our friends on Facebook and you see us post in a group and you like something we posted for an ad, go ahead, steal it. Just change anything that is personal to the person who posted it. Because if you put it with my name and phone number and someone reaches out to me, I'm going to assume they saw my version of the ad, not yours. And I don't want to steal your clients accidentally. Okay. You're posting as your personal profile most of the time into these groups, which is why we said clean it up. Many pages don't allow, or many groups don't allow a page to post. Now, if you are going to steal something that I made, do not go click share from mine, because then it's going to direct them back to me. Copy and paste it and post as you. I don't mean don't borrow from people who are doing things. Absolutely borrow from us who are having success already. But don't just share my post, because then somebody's going to click it and they're going to come see Tasha. They're not going to come see you. And that's not helping you, right? And we do post as our personal profile. People want to know you're a real person. Okay. Now, I do want to talk too about attraction marketing. This is something that is a little bit more new to our team, right? We had a great training about a week and a half ago that Randy was doing with Nina about attraction marketing to draw people to your profile and then to your business page. Now, we're talking about travel, but it can be done for both sides of the business if you're working both sides as well. All right. Now, this is adding a little bit of time. When I talked about posting travel ads, I can get that done in 10 to 15 minutes a day. Maybe 20 if it's a day I'm making new ads. All right. This is separate. You're going to post 3 times a day in groups. Randy suggests 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern times. So morning, middle of the day, evening. You're posting something to get a reaction. This does not need to be travel related. It's probably, for the most part, it doesn't need to be. You're just trying to get people that like things, laugh at things, whatever, even angry at something, make a reaction, because then you're going to invite them to follow you. Every person who reacts, you're going to invite them to follow your profile. And I'm going to show you this in a minute. Someone on our team went to that training about a week and a half ago, and she's gotten hundreds more followers on her personal profile since then. And she hasn't even been doing it every day, but she's been doing it fairly consistently. All right. Then on your personal profile, you're going to make a post that draws people in, gets their attention, and link your business page to direct them there to follow it. Okay. Let me go back. So I'm going to go back to my Facebook. Let me switch. So if I go to my activity log, posts, group posts and comments. So or you know what, actually, let me actually just pull up the pictures I sent to someone earlier. All right. Oh, not that one. Hold on. So, come on, open. So here's one I posted. This is actually one of the ones. Can you guys see the second picture on my screen in front of my Facebook or no?
Yes, I can see it.
Perfect. This one actually had the least amount of engagement that I got out of anything. But this page is grew up in the 70s and 80s. I found this picture online with the words. I didn't make anything on here. I used to love this toy. I remember playing with this toy. So I posted in a 70s and 80s group. Every single person here, I clicked it and I clicked the word invite. Let me pull up another one. Now, some of them I do into groups that I want some people when I'm doing some team building, and entrepreneurs and business owners community. So I put this, again, I found this online. I didn't even make it. Starting a business from scratch, building clientele, marketing, and doing it all by yourself while relying on that business is for income is not for the weak. You got to have some crazy work ethic. And I put it at the top, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I got 136 people that I've invited to my page. Here's a great one I did on a music teacher page. How the music teacher feels when the whole school starts clapping on the wrong beat. I have over 200 reactions, and they've all been invited to follow me. And then I did do a travel-related one. I did this on a Cruising with Carnival page, a page I'm not allowed to advertise on. I made this in Canva, said it's embarkation day. Which line are you in? Thumbs up or heart. I got over 300 reactions. So I invited all of these people to follow me, right? So when I look, I can now see, I have a lot of notifications always, but I can see like people that started following me. Of course, none will come up right now because they're further down because I get tons and tons of notes all day long. Accepted that one I specifically invited to follow my business page and accepted your invite to follow. And that's what we're wanting, people to follow our pages. All right. Now this one, somebody did a reaction to one of those. I'm going to see if it'll show up on the computer. Sometimes it doesn't show the same way as on the phone. So this one, here's that one I did. When I click here, see how it says invite? I can invite them. So all of these people who are in an entrepreneurs and business owners community, they've all been invited to follow me. Now, some of them will say add friend, but on the phone, they all say invite. So they've already been invited too, because I've invited them on my phone. So then what I do, I post things like this. Now, this one is drawing people both to my learning to be a travel agent page and my business page with pictures of me traveling. This one is for the opportunity. I love being a travel agent. Disney's Flower and Garden, drawing people to my things, right? Because now we want to get people following my business page. Ooh, look at all this stuff. She's always traveling. Go to my business page. Directing people there. You want to book a trip? Go to my business page. You want to learn how you can always be traveling? Go to my Learn to be a Travel Agent page. So I'm doing both sides of the business because I do both sides. I'm up to 5.3 thousand followers. And on my business page, I have 806 likes and 1,000 followers on my business page. And they're constantly expanding and growing. So those are some easy tasks that it's more making a habit of doing them than it actually taking a lot of time, if that makes sense, right? These are not huge time-consuming things. I can guarantee you're scrolling Facebook anyway. Turn that mindless scrolling into income-producing activity, right? I'm going to tell you, it takes me longer to find these than it takes me to have post ads, if I'm being honest, because I'm trying to find new things and what groups they'd go well in, you know, that kind of thing. I will tell you that Nina has a group and she invited all of us to join Attraction Marketing and Team Building with Smart Vacay. So you can also look at the things she's posting in here to get ideas. I will put that link in the chat. All right. She does just ask that if you are on her, or any of us too, that have made pages for becoming a travel agent, you know, don't prospect our prospects that are in there if you're team building. That's the only request we have when it comes to following those pages for sharing the opportunity, right? The next thing on Facebook that's really important is commenting. I got my very first client from a comment, not from an ad, from a comment. And it was in my first week as an agent. You want to make sure that your comments are meaningful. Respond and be helpful on those travel sites that don't allow you to advertise. That is how I got my first client. Now, you do want to be careful because some of them don't even let you hint that you're a travel agent, like the Walt Disney World tips and tricks page. If you even hint at being a travel agent, you get like one chance and then they don't let you comment or like or anything for a month. Honestly, I had somebody that said, hey, I can't find any availability for these dates. And all I said was, maybe you want to call because on my TA site, it's showing available. I wasn't trying to get them. I was just trying to help them book the trip themselves. And I got like banned from commenting for a month. So just check the rules before you even hint that you're a travel agent. But what I did, this was on a Carnival site. Somebody was like, I'm really overwhelmed by the process of booking my first cruise, and asked a whole bunch of questions and said, I don't know if I should use a travel agent or not, or this or that. Tons of people just dropped their name of their business, their phone number, or their link to their business page and didn't say anything helpful. They said, I'll book this for you, and left their info. I answered all her questions and said, hey, if you still want some help, let me know. I'd be happy to help you with this. And she reached out to me and she said, you were the only person that really seemed genuine, and like you were going to help me whether you made the sale or not. And that's why she reached out to me. So meaningful comments. Don't just drop a link to your page or your phone number. That also kind of sometimes just looks like a kindergartner saying, pick me, pick me. You know, like, why? Why should they pick you? Those meaningful comments help you stand out among the hundreds of travel agents that are probably going to try to comment, right? You can also go on in the search bar in Facebook and search for people looking for travel agents. And then you can respond to their comments. There's tons of people who make a comment looking for a travel agent. Is there a travel agent that can help me with this? And all you do is in the search bar, put travel agent and a question mark, and you'll find those comments. Now, you know, sometimes I will also direct message them depending on the way that it looks like it's going. Or I'll say, like, if they're looking for specific information, I'll say, hey, I just sent you a message on Messenger. Please check. Because if somebody is not already your friend on Messenger, they show up in a different place. It doesn't show up in your normal chats on Facebook Messenger. Okay. So I always leave a comment like, hey, I just sent you a message. Let me know if you're interested, or whatever the case may be. All right. Be present in those groups you're in. Be present, comment, interact, so that then when the opportunity arises that somebody's looking for a travel agent, they're going to say, hey, that's the person that's always helping everybody. I'm going to pick them to be my travel agent. Oh, that's the person that's always involved, and they make comments and they post funny pictures. I want to work with them. Right? Social media also rewards you for participation. The more you participate, the more they show everything you do to people. So take that participation trophy all the way to the bank. Let people know you're there, right? It will help. Anytime somebody responds to comments, any comments on your post, respond or react. If a post is sitting there without reactions, it drops your engagement levels and your algorithm. So when someone responds, at least give it a thumbs up or something, just so that Facebook's like, wait, they didn't even care about the comment. Maybe I won't show them they got comments. Maybe I won't show their stuff to people to comment. React to those comments or something. Do something, either comment or something, reaction. It's really, really important. All right. So before we go on to other social media, let me pull up some comments I've made that have been helpful. Again, if I go to my profile, that's not my profile, and I click my three dots in my activity, I can see comments I've made. All right. This is a local, I live in the Merrimack Valley in Massachusetts, recommends. And today they said it's Small Business Saturday. In the comment section, put your website or Facebook link to your business with a brief description of what you do so others can discover your page. I put about my business. I linked my business page. And all you have to do to link that is you put the little @ sign and start typing it. It will pop up. Full service travel agency and can book all kinds of travels. Here's my specialties. Again, there's my brand. I'm letting people know what they do. I love helping people create memorable experiences through travel, and I plan all trips the same way I would my own travel. This is a personable business. Here's what I specialize in. I want to help you too. Right? They specifically were looking for information on, tell us about your business. All right. Here's somebody looking for someone, a travel agent to assist in booking with a cruise. November, December 2024. Here's what they're looking for, not visiting the Bahamas. When I can tag the person in the comment, I tag them. I give them the information. I usually cruise 3 times a year, so it's one of my specialties. Throw in my brand in there, right? My niche, my specialty. So many options that would avoid the Bahamas and some great, that should say ships, I should edit that, with a lot for both the children and adults to do. I'd love to talk to you about what would be the perfect cruise vacation and find the sailing that matches what you want. Feel free to message me or text me to schedule a consultation to start the planning process. See how that's a meaningful comment, and it's letting them know what I want to help them with. Will I get a response every single time? No. Will it even be that person that responds? Maybe. Maybe it's going to be someone else who sees my comment. But I'm also engaging on the I Need a Travel Agent site, and people are going to see that. Now, look, this person said, hey there, love to help. Feel free to message me. See how mine stands out way more than those? This is going to get somebody much less than this. They put their travel business, but they didn't link it in any way. How do I find that? Right? Those meaningful comments, really, really important. So there are other social media platforms. A lot of us do use Facebook just because it's so easy to do groups. It's so, so much exposure. Now, other things on social media are typically things I make for things like Instagram, my reels, and went the wrong way. Hashtags, reels, stories connects to your Facebook. A lot of times when I post on Instagram, it also automatically posts to my Facebook. All right. Reels and stories can also be really helpful on Facebook in addition to Instagram. Admittedly, my hashtag game is not great. I'm working on it. I need more hashtags. But hashtags draw people because they search for those hashtags. And everybody who, I'm really good about it when I'm traveling, and I always tag it like travel agent life or vacay vibes. And it'll show you how many people have used that hashtag. You don't want to be up in the millions because then you get lost, but in those hundreds of thousands is a good range. A lot of people are seeing them, but you're not getting lost in the millions of other hashtags. LinkedIn, a lot of people really undervalue what you can do on LinkedIn. I post every single new ad the same way, and there are groups on there as well. All right. If I show you my LinkedIn, I mean, I've had 709 post impressions this week. Maybe not this week. I'm not sure how that works exactly. But you can look at your page. You can get yourself verified here, showing you're a real person. Look again, my brand. I made a picture with my logo at the top. I'm still branding myself across all platforms. Okay. For those of you team building, I also put the link directly to Calendly for my Learn to Be a Travel Agent. Over 1,000 followers, 500 plus connections. And then you can see all my activity, the things I've posted, my ads, all of those things. I also have a business page on here. So I'm posting all about travel all the time on here as well. Okay. You can use it the same way. You can go into the My Network. These are people I haven't accepted because they're just trying to sell me something because they've sent me messages. But usually I'll accept. It shows your connections. I'll go into the college I went to, and anyone who has 20 or more mutual connections, I request to connect. And this is how I'm building my following. That one isn't accepting invitations. I move on. Okay. There is a limit how many you can invite every week, but I do that every week, adding people. So there are other ways besides just that. I actually use Instagram on my computer a lot to post. Lots and lots of notifications. Lots of people have started following me on here. People are engaging with the things I've done on Instagram. If we look at my profile, as I said, I'm posting my ads in here. Last time I was on a cruise, I said I was, sitting on the balcony, working on travel, right? Now, a lot of these reactions too, I've posted a lot of reels recently as well. I love reels because they have a long shelf life. Like somebody will find that reel months after you posted it. All right. So I use those a lot on Facebook and on Instagram. I'm going to go back to Facebook because I forgot to show you something I do. When I'm logged into my main profile, I go to my business page. I click the three dots. I click invite followers or friends. That's a new. It used to just say friends. But now that I have followers, it says both. So now all those followers, I can start inviting them to my business page as well. I go in every day and I invite the maximum it'll allow me to my business page every day. And that's how I've built my following. All right. In addition to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Snapchat, etc., whatever social media you're on, you can use it for your business. Okay. Admittedly, I have Snapchat. I don't really know how to use it, but I have it. And I've started connecting with people on there and I'm working on it. And TikTok, I have it. I don't really know how to use it, but those are on my lists of things I want to teach myself to do. Because the more places you are, the more you're able to get exposure to everyone. All right. So let's finish up talking about ways that are not online, offline and local marketing. You should also be using those traditional offline marketing techniques to get the most exposure possible. All right. Business cards. whether it's a digital business card that people can tap and get all your information like a Popple, or those physical business cards that you can leave at the hair salon, you can leave at the nail salon, the massage place, any place that people sit and wait. Lots of places have community bulletin boards you can put a business card up on. That's why I have my QR code on mine, especially because I'll put that side facing out, because you can only put one card up there and people can scan it and join my business page. I use business cards when I travel. I always have them with me. I'm getting ready for a cruise next week. Hiding little ducks on the cruise is a big thing. I'm tying my business card to them. Okay? Different things you can do. We can get free marketing collateral from our vendors and suppliers. You can add your information to it and drop it off with businesses, put up flyers in town, all kinds of things you can do with that. One of our agents said that when she first got started, she got a rubber stamp for $7 with her name and phone number from Amazon, and she would put that on collateral and put it out places. Somebody on our team hand wrote on theirs because they couldn't afford to get business cards yet. Not being able to afford to do it yet doesn't stop you from using the free resources to get your name out there. Now, vendor events do cost money most of the time. Sometimes there are community events that don't cost money, but you could sign up for a vendor event, a craft fair, a local business fair, a farmer's market, all different ways that you could go and get yourself out there in the public at a live event. Local newspapers. There are some local town-based newspapers that don't cost money to post in. They'll let you put information in there. Sometimes they'll want to do, a business spotlight on a community small business. Reach out to them, see what they can offer. You can do a charity sponsorship. Now, this would cost you money. I've done 2 in the last year. One was a charity golf tournament that went towards the athletic department's scholarship fund and all of those things. It was a golf tournament. They had a big sign. I sponsored one of the holes, had my business logo, my QR code, and they asked me for 150 business cards to put in the swag bags that they gave to everybody. So tons of exposure. And then there was a big write-up in the newspaper, the local newspaper, about that event. I also we do, the city I work in does a festival of trees, and I was able to sponsor that event as well. My name was in the program, the digital program, and people knew my name of my business. You can also do an old-fashioned letter writing campaign. Writing a letter, mailing it out to local businesses with the services you offer. Maybe you want to get in touch with the local school district for trips that kids go on. There's so many ways that you could reach out in your community. Somebody on our team at Christmas time, 50 local churches, they sent out a Christmas card with a letter and their business card in each one to 50 local churches offering their services. So there's so many things you can do offline for local marketing as well. All right. So just tips, some closing tips. Use all the avenues available to you to market. Be consistent with your branding, with your posting, with everything. Consistency is going to pay off. It's really going to pay off. Give yourself grace. It does take time. This is not overnight you're going to have hundreds and hundreds of clients. You're building a new business. It does take some time. So give yourself that grace and have a little patience with it. It's going to work. It does take that consistency. One post is not going to suddenly make you have a big pool of clients, right? Engage, both online and off. Engage in the groups you're in. Engage with the comments. Engage with your community. Everyone I know knows I'm an agent. I sell travel. Sometimes you have to think out of the box. What can you think of that other people aren't doing? What are you not seeing that you think might attract people to your business? Don't be a secret agent. Now, do I randomly bring up that I'm a travel agent if it's not related to anything in the conversation? Probably not. But if it's fits in with what's going on, of course I'm going to talk about it. People ask me all the time, how are you going on another trip? Well, it really helps that I get paid commission on my own travel because I'm a travel agent. It helps that I can find the best pricing because I have access to all these sites and all of those things. Copy the right cat. Don't feel like you have to make it all up yourself. Find the people being successful, copy what they're doing. Right? Do the things that we're doing to help you be successful. I already told you, steal my ads, just change it to your name. Because I don't want to steal your client by mistake. Attend trainings. As many trainings as you can. Watch the recordings. Attend the trainings. Live trainings are better because you can ask questions, obviously. But if you can't, you listen in. And we don't care how you show up. If you need to be, listening on earbuds because you got a little kid that you're helping, or you can't turn your camera on, you can't comment, you can't talk because you're listening in on your lunch break at work, whatever the case may be. Showing up and being able to listen in is better than not showing up at all. And attending trainings is really what's going to help, whether they're live or recorded. All right. So I do want to make sure if we have any questions. I know it's been a bunch of trainings in a row. I am going to just stop.